Hey guys, Cam Janssen here from Camversations. I'm sitting with my buddy Corey Schonhorst, and of course Tricia Balch-Senn, who runs and owns Bello Med Spa right here in Town and Country. Beautiful place. Trish, you got a lot going on. How'd you get into this?
It started about 3 years ago at our flagship store in Oakville. Just kind of really did it with a family member to get involved in the medical industry. I saw it up and coming, and it's a booming industry.
It's everywhere. You see spas everywhere. What separates you from everybody else?
That's a great question. So a couple of things separate us, I think. One is the fact that our mantra is natural but noticeable. So you can come into our spa, we're all inclusivity, like we'll treat anyone, we'll keep your natural looks intact. And then the other thing that sets us apart is we're one of the few places in St. Louis that offer permanent hair removal with the process of electrolysis.
We can both use that, by the way, Corey, just so you know.
I barely have any.
A lot of people, and trust me.
I don't know if you've ever seen my armpits, but it's like a child.
I did see them. But, you know, I'm in the locker room all the time with older guys now, with hockey players and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, this conversation sparks up all the time. Hair removal, trying to, your face gets kind of run down, especially the hockey guys. You got scars, you got all kinds of stuff. Are they coming in here consistently? And if you're a man, is it normal to come in here and get treatment done?
Is it still masculine?
Is it masculine?
Is that where
Absolutely.
we don't have to beat around the bush?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. We get that question all the time. And what I will say to you is two things. Yes, it's very masculine. If you care about your appearance and you want to enhance your appearance, again, our mantra is natural but noticeable. So Cam, Corey, you can come to us with confidence that we're not going to change your natural appearance as a man and keep your masculinity intact, but enhance that to where you're not looking tired, you're not looking haggard,
saggy.
You're going to be refreshed and feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror.
What if I do want to change the way that my face looks completely? Like the movie Face Off back in the 90s.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I know.
Yeah.
Who's in that?
John Travolta
That's
and
right.
Nicolas Cage.
That's what it was.
Well,
can we do that?
You can do that, absolutely, because that's how med spa started, right?
We're asking if you can do that.
Yes.
We may or may not be looking to rob a bank.
Me personally,
Can you change this whole?
No. We don't. That's a beautiful face. We don't want to change that.
You hear that, Kate? Well, no, it's true. Like you're getting older. You look at yourself in the mirror, and people, you know, confidence is such a big thing. And if you're looking at yourself and you have to go, like we're on camera all the time, and sometimes I go on YouTube the next day when we film. I'm like, like what's going on here? I'm like, I got my bags under my eyes, this, that, and the other. But you don't have to be on camera to try to build your confidence up. You go walk into a room, you got to give a speech in front of everybody. Like if you see that you just look better, your confidence builds up. There's so much to it.
Look good, feel good.
That's right.
100%. I mean, we all know, like, why do we dress our best when we're going out? Just be in front of that crowd, because you're going to feel better about yourself. And that's really what med spa industry is all about, is helping people achieve the results they want. And we're very results driven to look and feel good about themselves.
So if I'm a guy and I just want to change, what can you offer if I walk in this door? Like, what are we going to be doing today exactly? Well,
today we're gonna do a couple of treatments. And for men, one of the things that a lot of people suffer from is they'll go to the gym, they'll work out really hard, and they're just not getting those results that they want to get. We're going to illustrate today using the technology of the M-Sculpt machine, which we call it the Kim Kardashian machine.
It's fine with me.
Yeah. We're going to emulate that with you to show you how you can help build those six-pack abs.
That's a win-win for all of us.
And doing 20,000. Yeah, who doesn't want to do 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes?
So that's what it equals out to.
Yeah.
20,000 crunches. Mm-hmm. That's a 2-week ordeal.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be sore. You're going to be a little tender, but you're not going to be as sore.
But it's the same as like an intense workout. It's not like we're going to be sitting there with like your abs on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even if it is a little bit sore,
you're
that
used
feels
to that
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a workout guy or girl and you go and you do something or you work out hard and you don't feel anything, then I think that's a problem.
Yeah,
So I
because you
wanna
don't
feel
think
a
it's
little
working.
bit,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? What about, do men come in here for facials, Botox? Is that
Absolutely.
Is that trending
Absolutely.
in a a direction where it's guided towards men now?
Yes.
A little bit too?
Yeah. There's a lot. So, absolutely on both accounts. Botox is amazing for men because men have stronger muscles in their face than women do. Our anatomy is completely different. So when you guys are doing this, like doing the whole frowning or you're surprised, your stronger
Or just
muscles
smoldering.
are
Or just
pulling,
looking across.
right? So
get
you'll
that look.
end up with these
blue
lines,
steel.
right? We call this the glabella. Or the 11s we'll call this. And a lot of men, because they use those strong facial muscles, they'll pull down right there and it'll start to look like you have hooded eyes
Oh god.
because of it. Or they'll call
Hooded
their
eyes
frontalis
sounds
will come
horrific.
down.
What is
So-
hooded eyes, by the way? What
So
does that mean?
hooded eyes,
I
like,
picture like caved in.
so Botox, we call it tug of war, right? So like you
strong
treat
brow.
this area, it's the frontalis, right? Like
Okay.
take your head off again. So here, go up real high. Oh, see there? See
Oh,
how
I
you
know.
have
Oh, she said, oh.
She's
strong
like, oh my
muscles.
god, we got work to do.
we
Like a
got
Shar-Pei.
strong muscles in the frontalis and in the glabella. So we treat that area a lot for men because it's just going to give you a smooth shine. And when
That's what I
you're
want.
animating and talking with someone, you want to look natural. We did it on
Yeah.
Corey a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I did a round on my forehead. It never looked abnormal.
Corey looks young. Like
Yeah, but he's
Youthful.
got
that's
tux
probably
in.
why you look young, because you got
Because of
He
the
got
Botox.
tux.
I looked 52 before I came in here. Now I look going the day over 40.
28.
52.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You guys, so you do get a lot going on, and it's not just for women. That's the
No,
problem.
no.
And don't feel uncomfortable as a man to walk into a place like this
No.
and get treatment done.
No, you see, actually, probably, I would say at this location and our O'Fallon location, I would say we have a good base of 70% because men are still a little bit afraid. I'm glad we're doing this because
yeah.
they
They're
really
not gonna be
shouldn't
afraid anymore, trust
But
me.
there's 30% in here that are male and a good 30% at our O'Fallon location that are male because we're doing all kinds of treatments. You know, men who suffer from back hair
taking
or
care of
back
yourself.
acne.
Yeah, taking care of yourself is not emasculated.
No, you're keeping
Women
your
want
wife
somebody
happy.
that takes care of himself.
Don't you want to look good for your wife?
Yeah, Kate wants to see you looking
And who are men
hot.
kidding? Like, there's still metrosexuals, a lot going on too. And we all are in our own little way.
Yeah.
We want to look good.
Yeah.
And whether you admit that or not, you do. You stare at yourself in the mirror. You're hanging around in the locker room, walking around naked, whatever the case is. Everybody's judging everybody one way or the other. You want to feel good. You want to look good. It is what it is. This is a place to go to. What else? Can I ask you another question, though, about, I think we were talking about this earlier, about I have a sweating problem. It's terrible. I sweat. That's why-
Hyperhidrosis.
I wear black.
Mm-hmm.
I wear black. Is black my favorite color? Maybe, but I wear it because I sweat so much.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go. I'm not even walk. I'm not. It just happens. Like, what can I do with that? And if I do get injections, because I saw how, and I think other people think this way too, by the way, that if I get an injection, say in my underarms, because that's like the number one, that my forehead's going to start sweating more, or my back, or my ass.
I
or
thought
my
it just
feet.
pools up inside your body.
Or it just pools up, and it's like I'm going to explode.
Like it has
with
nowhere to go.
sweat.
Yeah, you just burst like a
Explain
blueberry.
that to people, please.
Yeah, I will. So the condition that you're talking about, men and women suffer from, and it's called hyperhidrosis. And that is where your sweat glands are excreting more frequently than other people. It's all about body chemistry and hormones. So hyperhidrosis can be treated with Botox, with any neuromodulator, Botoxolum A. And when you treat, what you're doing is you're going under that arm and you're going into that muscle, okay, and you're relaxing it. And that's what's causing that to stop overextending itself and secreting the sweat gland. You're relaxing that. And it really is a great treatment for people who suffer from that. And the reason why it won't migrate, okay, is each neurotoxin has what we call a spread. And I call it quarter, nickel, dime, okay? Because we have 3 different neurotoxins that we use here.
I used to use those terms too, but for different reasons.
Right. So in layman's terms, like think of it like this, okay? There's a quarter spread. So if I inject you here with a certain toxin, it's going to spread this much in your body, okay? If there's a nickel and there's a dime. So our injectors, our nurse injectors, they talk to you as the patient. They look at you, even if we're working on the face or if we're working on the underarms or the traps. They're talking to you, they're asking you questions like how much do you work out? How much water intake do you are? They're gathering that information so they know which neurotoxin is going to be right for your body and the spread that we need. So if we're working on
So it's always radial though? Like you graph it out like in circles.
You can pretty much pinpoint it, and that's because it just the molecular structure of it of each toxin is different. Although they all contain the botulinum in it, each molecular structure is just a little bit different.
So I've noticed when I'm getting older that hair is growing in other places that it usually didn't, and maybe. I probably started what do you think, Kate, about 15 years ago? I started getting a little bit too back of my neck. Like I don't care, like I could shave here and there, but when I walk around, like daily, I will shave the back of my neck.
Because it creeps down further, right?
It creeps down. And
mine never used to be down to my shirt, now it is.
Oh, it's creeping.
Yeah, like
Big
my
time.
barber now has to like move my shirt down.
Yeah,
that wasn't a thing.
I know. And then I'm going to go move my shirt down. I want my barber to shave farther, just take my shirt off and shave my whole back.
Yeah, like a walrus.
But then you got that line, like, so you can get that removed. How's that process?
So permanent hair removal, electrolysis, and a lot of men, and this is why I said this is not just a safe zone for women, it is for men, because a lot of men do that.
Yeah.
They want permanent hair removal. Electrolysis is the only FDA approved process for permanent hair removal. And what that process entails is taking a micro probe and going directly into the follicle itself, going past the dermal layers and cauterizing that with heat and energy. And at that time, your hair's not going to grow back. That follicle is then disintegrated.
Gonzo.
Yeah.
You're killing at the root.
gosh.
Yeah. Huh?
You're killing at the root.
Right, absolutely. Even beyond the root, like in that popula, but yes.
So say like you're a very hairy guy, like Sasquatch, which I saw a film today that they found him somewhere in Washington. I don't know. TMZ found it. Of course, the camera angle.
I
sucked.
saw him at Lowe's the other day.
No, that
Did you
was
see
Reed
him? They
That
have
was Reed.
Bumble.
That was low. So basically, all you guys out there listening, like there's a lot for you. We all going through the same ordeal when we get older, okay? And especially like the hair stuff, like it does. So if you're a really, really hairy guy, like how long is that process if you wanted this gone?
So I would recommend this. If you're a really hairy guy and you wanted no body hair, I would recommend that's electrology coupled with laser. You're a phenomenal laser candidate because
I'll take that as a compliment.
you are. So you could essentially you could be hair free on your entire body in a lot faster process utilizing electrology for your salt and pepper, say in your beard, because laser won't pick up gray hair. But on the darker hair and the lighter skin tone, you could use laser and you could couple that with electrology to be completely hair free. And the process on that, anywhere from 4 to 6 months.
Okay.
What about like this? Because I think this is like something that, like he's saying,
Let me
like
see.
a patch
What
of
do you
neck.
got?
Well, I don't know that I had
Yeah.
anything per se, but I got like a Florida thing going on here. Like if you just did this patch to this patch, like cleared my collar line up so that I always look clean cut. Like,
Yeah.
because you know how women get permanent makeup? I think one thing that most guys would enjoy, kind of what you just talked about, is if I just had my neckline clean at all times. Like if I didn't have to worry about this
Not have to
getting
have it
squared up
shaved.
every other
or-
I
day.
have
Yeah.
Kate shave the back of my neck every single
before
day.
you get out of the house.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Poor
It
girl.
looks clean shaven.
See,
I know.
yeah,
It's aging her.
going through that process, yeah.
Strong triceps though. She's
It's
got
aging her.
she's getting her triceps
It's horrible.
shape.
And I know we're all over the place, but I think we're getting a lot of information out to a lot of people that are curious about all this stuff. And maybe they might not know that they're curious, but once they listen to it and understand, they're going to be like, wait a minute, I want to do that.
A lot of men who are doing HRT too, like that's the new thing, right? HRT, hormone replacement therapy for men, experience excessive hair growth because of the increase in testosterone.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
So we treat a lot of men who are doing HRT, hormone replacement therapy, increasing their testosterone levels, and now they've got hair growing on their back that they never had before.
I'm not hip to that, but I would like a clean neck. So I could do this in a few weeks. I could have my neck clean in a few weeks permanently.
Yep.
Now, can you take hair out of, say, my chest and put it on my bald spot in my head? Are you guys there yet?
We can't take hair out, but we can increase the regrowth of your hair.
Really? Mm-hmm. How do you do that?
Injections and using your own plasma. It's called platelet-rich plasma, PRP.
PRP.
And have you heard about it?
Yes, I have.
Oh, it's
They
amazing.
go ding, 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 ding. Oh,
And we're taking your own blood and we're spinning it down and we're getting all of the good nutrients, the proteins that are in that blood.
Oh, God.
And spinning it down, and then we've had some tremendous success with hair restoration, with microneedling, with
Ted Danson in a
PRP.
couple
Can
years?
I look beautiful again? I just... no.
You're beautiful already.
Thank you. No, but there is... Listen, there are things that you can do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's...
This is my problem area. These. I always, even when I don't drink really hardly ever anymore. And I still feel like I always look exhausted.
Well,
God,
you need to
that's
just
like
start
bags
with
in
the
my
basic facial with that.
Yeah.
And we're going to do one for you, I think, today.
Yeah.
But you would be surprised at just getting that dead skin off by using a medical grade, having a licensed esthetician, use a medical grade skincare on your skin, how much more refreshed and energized you will look.
What are you afraid about what are some of the things you thought about with Botox that you might be, I don't want to do that? Because I have some misconceptions that I think about.
That maybe my eyebrow will stay. I don't want.
Like, what's her name on the?
Because I literally, like, when you do the podcast and stuff like that, and the camera's on you. Like, I try to do facial expressions. I try to be animated and whatnot.
Yeah.
And if I have I feel like, and this is just me because I'm ignorant on the whole situation. Like, you stick me there, my eyebrow sticks up the whole time. Now I got one.
You want to think you're asking a question?
You know what I mean?
It happens.
Sorry, did you have a question?
That's a legitimate fear, because we call that sprock brow in this industry, and it's a legitimate fear. However, it can be fixed.
Okay.
Very, very simply. So, that is a legitimate fear, and it can happen, but it can be fixed very easily. And so you don't have to walk around like that for 3 months. You know. You get it for like a half an hour, and you call and you say, "Hey, Tricia, I got sprock brow. Can we come back in?" And we're done, and it's done.
Peasy.
Yeah.
I always
guys, don't be scared of any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I always thought that Botox, up until you kind of educated me on it, was something that you put into the head, like almost like a little concrete. That you were injected under my skin. Is that totally off base?
I mean, a concrete on your forehead?
Well, I don't know. Like, I thought you meant like when you
Oh,
inject
you
it,
thought
like, it
you
was
would have no animation
like
left.
a plastic going under my skin.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Like I thought I was forming something.
No, I get that, dude.
Yeah.
See,
I didn't know.
we're scared about
It's
this
like
kind of stuff.
anesthesiology, though. It's just like it's a muscle relaxer, right?
It's a wrinkle
Basically?
relaxer, yeah, but
I thought
where
it was
we're not
something, a substance you put in
paralyzing
the head that
that.
eventually
I get what you're
evaporates.
saying on that. Now I get what you're saying.
Like molding clay or something.
Yeah.
See, we're kind of wimpy when it comes to
There are
this stuff.
some people who want to be frozen like concrete on their head.
Yeah.
And not this is one of them.
But I'm not one of them
I
either.
use this
And
a
like
lot.
you can look at me and you can see my animation when I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
I've had
absolutely.
talks in the last 2 weeks, but I'm still able to animate. That's
Neither
where
one of us
that
can tell how
natural
much
but
you
noticeable.
dislike us right now because
Yeah.
you're so natural looking.
Yeah.
She's not giving it a look.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot going on here.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff for men and women. What's the address, by the way, and what is your website?
Okay, so our address is 13476 Clayton Road. We're right by the Straubs that's been there for like 102 years.
Beautiful area.
This Minio's
In
has been
Town
there
and
forever,
Country.
too.
Yeah.
We have to have lunch there.
Beautiful area.
Yeah. Great Italian restaurant, lots of small businesses in this area, but great area of Town and Country. And our website is www.bellomed.com. So
How'd you come up with the name?
So Bello means beautiful, right? And so that's really how we came up with the name. We
Beautiful
want
Med Spa.
you to feel beautiful. We want to give people their self-confidence back, enhance their natural looks, and we want you to feel beautiful about your experience.
See, men, you could be beautiful too. You just got to come in here at Bello
And not
they'll
be
take care of
afraid.
you. Not be afraid. Not be
No.
afraid. They'll treat you great. Very, very comfortable environment. You got to check it out. Trish, you're the best. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Thanks.
Get some things done.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Let's do it.